Hello and welcome back to my workspace. I am Michael and today we'll be covering dictionaries. Now dictionaries is the last data structure types that we'll be covering in Python, and if you're coming from other programming languages, you might know them as associated arrays or hash maps or even hash tables. So let me just put some comments on the screen here. So they are associated arrays or hash maps or even hash tables, and they are basically key value pairs, and they are indexed by the keys, and they are unordered because again we are not doing indexes by a zero base, meaning that we start from 0 and go up to 1 2 3 4 5 to how many indexes there is in this dictionary is actually by keys, so there is no ordering about that. So how do we create a dictionary? So we can create an empty dictionary as like that, and so we'll go ahead and print the type of students, and we'll see that it is and we see that student is in fact a instance of the dict class, which is a dictionary. And so let's go ahead and see some more examples here. We can use for example, if we do dealing with key value pairs, what are some things that we want to store based off the keys? Like the inputs are the keys and the outputs are the values. And for this example, if we go with the student dictionary here, we want to store some information like the name, and the way we do that is that we'll have to surround it by single quotes or double quotes. Doesn't really matter. I was just going to go ahead and use double quotes, and then outside of the quotes you do a semicolon, and then the values. Now the value can be any types. It could be a string, it could be a number, it could be a boolean, but it will associate that value to the key. So for example, if I'm going to enter my name here, it will be a string, of course, Michael Lee. And then here we'll separate it with a comma and then continue on with the next key. So then what else we want to know? The age. So I am 32 now, and then we'll go ahead and separate that. And notice that this is a number. It is not surrounded by quotes, so Python is going to know that this is a value type of a number for the age key. All right, so let me I'm going to go ahead and organize this a little bit more easier to see. And so I do it like that, and then go down to the next line. Next line here, and I'll use so what else for students? Students has a grade, so I'm gonna go with current grade, and I am a plus students. No, I'm not. I was fairly good, but not that good. About B average, B plus. Right. So then, what else is there? Let's go with honor students. Well, yes, I was an honor student, and I'm gonna go ahead and use a boolean type of true, and then just one more here, a major. So my major was actually in fact business, but then I switched later on to computer science. So computer science. All right, so we have that going on first. Now let's go ahead and print out what we have in our dictionary. So we can do a print and just pass in the student dictionary, and then we'll get the full listing of our key value pairs here. What else can we do here? We can, if we want just to get a single value back, well, we have to use the key for that. So let's say I want to get the current grade back. And to do that, you do another print statement here, and then student, and then student, and then you wrap surrounded by square brackets, and then you give it a key, the key that you want the value back. So we want back the current grade. All right, save that, and run it. And as you can see here, A plus was returned as the value for current grade. All right, so we can also get all the keys by doing a print student, and then use the dot operator. And as you can see here, there's many um, methods that you can select from, or attributes, and we're going to be using keys. Keys are one of these. So for example, here's the keys. Let's round that, and then we'll print it again. And as you can see here, we get all the keys, the name of the keys here returned to us. And likewise, we can also change this to be values and print it again. And these are all the values. Okay, so lastly, we can get all the items of the dictionaries. So items are basically the entire elements. So student, use the dot operators and type in items and run it, and they'll return us a list of tuples for each of the key value pairs in our dictionary. So as you can see here, there are square brackets and a tuple that surrounds the key value pairs. So age 32, like that. And then we can also add more key value pairs to our dictionary by doing something. There's two ways. So you can do it like student and then surrounded by square brackets, give it another key name. So am I a full-time student? So as full-time students, and then from here we'll use the assignment and set the assignment. I'm gonna say false. So then now we do it like that, and then we rerun. We'll print out everything in students to see that we have in fact added another key value pairs here, which is full-time with the value of false. That's one way of doing it. We can also do it a second way by going with typing in the student dictionary variable and use a dot operator and do an update. And then from here, if we're using an update, we don't have to surround our key names by quotes anymore. We could just type in the name of it. So let's say, am I going to college? And we do it like this and give it a value, assign it to a value. So I'm going to say true. I am going to go to college. Well, I'm already graduated a long time ago, but this is just an example here. So this is another way that we can add a key to our dictionary. And then finally we'll print it out once again. And as you can see here, this very last dictionary, you can see that we have a college key with a value of true. All right, so that's that. We can also remove a key from the dictionary by using the pop method. So we'll type in student dot, and then as you can see here, pop is the second item on this IntelliSense list, and then we have to give it an argument or parameter of what we want to pop. So we have to give it the key that we actually want to pop. So let's say I want to pop out my current grade. And when you use pop, it actually does, if you want to, it does return the pop value or the pop key. So we can store that back into another variable here. We'll just say popped grade is equal to student.pop the current grade. And then after that, we'll go ahead and print out what is pop grade. All right, so we'll run this again. If I scroll down here, I popped out my grade and it returns A plus. All right, so that's pop. And then you can also lastly, you can also clear out your entire dictionary by doing a clear method on the dictionary. And then if I were to print out student again, you will see that on the very last result set here, we got back an empty dictionary. All right, so that's about everything that I want to cover about dictionaries. Obviously, there's a lot more that you can do with dictionaries. You can loop through them. You can use them in methods and functions. But that's outside the scope of this introductory to dictionaries. We'll cover it more in advanced topic later on. Okay, have a good day. See ya.